Hello and welcome to another financial analysis video. Today I'm talking about General Motors, which released earnings and did a terrific job, $1.50 per share versus expectations of just $1.19 per share. So the company is continuing to perform very, very well. I wanted to look at a couple operating notes here. First, we see that return on equity over the last 3 or 4 quarters has actually doubled. And one of the things you want to be cautious of here is equity. And so looking back at the balance sheet, we do see that equity for GM has slipped a little. Leverage has creeped up a bit. So I think a better alternative metric here to look at is return on assets, which also has gone from 2.45 to 4.1%, not quite doubling, but again, seeing upward momentum in its operating performance. Earnings per share growth continues to be strong, this despite negative revenue growth. So the company is definitely finding efficiencies in the way it does business. Now, I want to point out that it has a very good dividend, right now yielding 4.3%. During the big sell-off, it actually tipped over the 5% mark. So General Motors definitely has a strong, solid dividend. And looking at free cash flow, we see that they are at $5.3 billion on a trailing 12-month basis of free cash flow, much improved over the last few quarters. When we compare that to the last 4 quarters of dividends, we see that they have about a $2.2 billion dividend obligation. If we use just the 36 cents a share and make that a 4-quarter projection, it's about $2.4 billion. Clearly within the free cash flow realm, and the payout ratios are very, very strong, under 50%, averaging 31% in the last 4 quarters. So GM has a strong dividend, strong earnings, and very, very good underlying operating performance. There isn't much here that I'm too concerned about, especially when I see the low earnings, the low PE, price to earnings ratio, and the building up of the earnings yield. This is a company that I think does now have some strong upward momentum. I'm going to watch this stock, especially if we do have a sell-off. I think it would actually go down in the event of a market sell-off, and I would definitely look to get in then. But you know, I'm very bullish on this stock right now, so investors that want to get in should feel free to. Definitely seeing this thing at the $40 mark sooner rather than later. I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy investing.